Hello, everybody.
Oh, wait, now we're live.
Yeah.
Hello, everybody.
And welcome to our fucking final hiatus Q&A. Clink, clink, bitch.
For this hiatus.
For this hiatus, yeah.
Wow.
We'll actually be able to talk about things next week.
Yeah.
And whoo boy, will we have things to talk about. Reminder for anybody listening, season 2 premieres on this Friday at 9 a.m. Or if you're a member of the Patreon, you can get access to it on Thursday. So for patrons,
9 a.m. Pacific.
9 a.m. Pacific, yeah. So for patrons, 3 days. It approaches.
Oh, how about that new art?
How about the new cover art? Yeah. How's everybody feeling about the new cover art?
Our cover of our artist Aries is just so talented.
We've been friends with Aries for a really long time. We've actually been playing D&D with Aries for I think years now.
Although we haven't had
a game in a while. But before that, we played D&D with Aries weekly for fucking ever.
Yeah.
And they're just such a great artist. Like their posing is so dynamic and they did such a good job. And the funny thing is actually that they don't listen to the podcast.
Yeah.
And they managed to get that art so fucking on point.
Yeah.
So their
fond of them.
Their Twitter art is The Last Bastion, but it's spelled BASHTION.
Yeah.
And they accept commissions and they do really great work. So if you're in the market for any art, please go hit Aries up. They're fucking incredible.
They're awesome.
I remember us both screaming when they sent me the final proof. We were just like, oh my God.
The line art, I lost my mind.
Yeah. And like they just did such a good job with the details too, because I tried to give them as like detailed of a rundown as I could about the things that we wanted, and it was just like every little thing was worked in just like exactly the way we wanted it. It was so good.
Also, I really liked the line art was already like really awesome, but like when they added the lightning effect for Fee, I was just
I really liked their design for Kimmerl's blade too. It looked really cool.
Really cool. It's good art.
Yeah, and they do a really great job with costume design too, because I didn't give them any specific reference for that. They were just like, send me like 3 outfits to use for ref for like each of them, and I just sent them like some things off Pinterest, and they designed those outfits just like completely on their own, and they're so fucking cool.
Everybody should commission Aries.
Yeah.
Just everything they do is so good.
Yeah, we are also over the moon about the cover art. As excited as you guys are, we're twice as excited about it.
Oh man. We've been waiting for like weeks. We've been hyped for weeks.
Mm-hmm. Especially because the first proof that we got sent was just the posing reference, because they wanted to make sure that the posing was okay. And remember, they gave Fee the knife cat face.
Yes, I love the knife cat face was just so quality. Yeah. Truly season 2 Fee character arc.
Knife cat.
Knife cat.
Now both of them are knife cats.
Yeah. Exactly. That's the end point of Fee's character arc is
knife catification.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've heard of cat girlification.
Oh God.
Ready for?
No.
Oh man.
Okay, let me pull up the
Sabine
playlist really quick. Yes. And let me I'm paranoid. I'm gonna check and make sure if the link's posted.
Yeah.
Cha-cha. Yeah.
I like all of the character playlists that we have put up, but Sabine's has a special place in my heart.
So true.
Mostly because Sabine has a special place in my heart, but also it's just a good playlist. Oh man.
Okay. Yeah, it's looking like we have everything up and running.
Hell yeah. Oh man. Also, a sneak behind the curtain on production before we get started with the playlist. Every time we sit down and we finish the edit on a season 2 playlist, or not a season 2 playlist, a season 2 episode, we're like, this is long.
Yeah, season 2, episode 8 is now officially our longest
Yeah,
episode
yeah,
ever,
yeah.
clocking in at a whopping 1 hour and 39 minutes. Our raw audio was about 2 hours and 40 minutes.
Yeah. We've gotten better at keeping raw audio tight to our detriment.
Yeah. Well, and I mean, there was just
Yeah.
so much going on.
Oh
in that
yeah, there was
episode.
nothing we could have cut out of the episode,
Yeah.
but like the fact that we've gotten better at keeping raw audio tight has been
Bad on the editing process. Yeah.
yeah. Like it's good that it's tight, but also like when we were doing early season 1, we were regularly recording for like 4 hours and getting an hour episode out of it.
And that's not happening anymore.
And that's not happening anymore.
Which, like, from the perspective of the editor is
Yeah.
nice because
Yeah.
I don't have to slog through 4 hours of audio, but
absolutely. But you do have to edit and soundtrack hour and a half long episodes
yeah.
more often than not right now.
Well, which, like, you know, I'm not super mad about that because,
Yeah.
like, yeah, season 2, episode 8, it's our longest episode yet. I also think it's our best.
It's really good.
I think it's our best episode yet.
in our opinion.
Yeah.
We're a little biased, but
So, yeah, like, you guys are going to be strapped in for a ride on that one, but there's a lot of really good stuff in it.
once we got into like the meat of a lot of what's going on in season 2, it's just every episode I'm like consistently happy with.
Yeah. But
Anyway, yes,
but boy howdy, those run times are getting up there. I don't think have we come in under an hour for any of the episodes?
I think
yes.
yes,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like three or 4. No, I think it might have been 2.
No, I don't think so. I think season 2 episode not 6.
6. Okay.
Yeah, I think 6 was around the time we meant it to be. It was around.
Yeah, it was
the
like
length
58. It was like almost an hour. But yeah, other than that, everything is like, I think hour 10 minimum. Yeah, it's the season 2 episodes are getting a little longer. I mean, it's not like watching, you know, like an actual play stream where we're going for like 3 hours.
Yeah. It's
So
not a live stream. Like we do edit intensively and like we're not wasting time dicking around with our dice, but
yeah, because that all gets cut in the editing
yeah,
process. Like, yeah.
But it's, man, they're getting long.
Yeah.
Anyway, Sabine playlist.
Yeah. There's a lot of Ezra Furman on here.
There's 2 Ezra Furman songs.
Okay.
I was really I was happy with Transition from Nowhere to Nowhere as the lead track.
Yeah, I enjoyed that.
Yeah. I don't think I made a lot of recommendations for the Sabine playlist, but that one I did. And I was really proud of it.
Yeah, because I was the one that picked Compulsive Liar.
Yes.
Yeah. And then, no, you had a couple on here. You did Haunted Haunts too.
Yeah, I think I did Sage too.
Yeah.
Oh man. But yeah, Transition from Nowhere to Nowhere is just such a good song.
Birdsong by Florence and the Machine. Yikes.
I'm just thinking about the line, and if it's not enough to keep the lights on, let them turn the lights off.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sabine. Man. I'm very ready to dig into more of Sabine's stuff in season 2.
Yeah, I mean, and unfortunately, like the meaty part of Sabine's shit, we're really not going to get to until season 3. Like, we're not going
to get all the puzzle pieces of Sabine until season 3.
Sabine is a fucking Rubik's Cube of a person.
Yeah.
And like,
her secrets have secrets.
Yeah, literally, her secrets have secrets, and like,
and we're gonna be unpacking them till the end of the series.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I think there's
season 2 is a lot of them.
Yeah. I think there's only like one person in the podcast that's harder to unpack than Sabine.
Yeah.
And
unfortunately, we have to unpack that person to unpack Sabine.
Yeah, exactly. Because the shit that they both need to unpack is mutually intertwined.
Yeah. Same shit. Oh man. I was also really happy with Heretic Bride.
Yep.
And I feel so proud to be alive, and I feel so proud when the reckoning arrives.
Yep.
Sabine.
Yeah, we had 2 Mountain Goat songs back to back there. We had Heretic
Yes.
Pride and then Liza Forever Manelli, which I put on there because of there's the part of you've braced yourself against, and then there's the other part. Yeah. City by Sarah Bareilles just makes me want to cry because Sabine deserves better. But and it's clear this conversation ain't doing a thing because these boys only listen to me when I sing. Like,
I just love Sabine.
Yeah.
Sage by B. Sedwell is just a good song.
Yeah.
It's just a good song. What's the line? Something about do an exorcism of my ex.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Hang on.
Speaking of things we're unpacking in season 2, I'm not saying anything beyond that. It's not so much that it's getting unpacked as the suitcase is getting slit open with a box cutter. But
oh yeah, it was the lines. Beware what awaits you through the laws of attraction, and needed a priestess to perform an exorcism of my ex. If there's one thing I live through these hexes to tell, you should know powerful women cast dangerous spells.
Yeah, well,
I think Sabine. I think Sage was a good foal.
Yeah. And then, okay, what else?
I cannot elaborate.
You'll understand.
You'll understand.
You'll understand in like September.
Well, some of it.
The one we're recording now, it comes out the
Yeah.
first week of August.
Yeah, well. the bulk of it. The bulk of what I'm casually referencing will be understood in July.
The overarching picture, the details.
Yes.
Yeah, the details.
The details not until September.
The beginning of the details are getting unpacked by a third party in the first week of August, because that's in the episode that we're finishing recording after this. So,
I love to think about Sabine.
So true.
I just love her. I can't believe how much bait Sabine was for me specifically.
I knew you had a crush on Kid Snicket as a kid, man.
No.
I knew you had a crush on Kid Snicket as a kid, so I made Sabine, and then you knew that I had a crush on Klaus Baudelaire as a kid, so you made Ravane.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. Welcome to the fucking Compelled Q&A show where we unpack the fact that a series of unfortunate events deeply shaped us both as children.
Well, and I mean, it deeply shapes a lot of the show. I mean, like, The Beacon is almost exclusively based on VFD. Like, and I'm not ashamed to admit that. Like, I pulled so much shit from the concept of VFD when I was designing a lot of the shit with The Beacon. Like, it's got its own stuff going on, and it's different and separate from its original concept.
Yeah, but like the whole idea of the schism and the
well, before we even named The Beacon, we were calling it Fantasy VFD. So
you were calling it Fantasy VFD.
Oh, because you didn't know about it. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, like in my notes, I have Fantasy VFD.
Yeah,
like I could go back in the notebook and find some of the original notes that I had for it.
Oh man, that was one of the few secrets that you kept from me.
Yeah. The fact that I kept The Beacon and Courage a secret, I think I pulled the good ones to keep a secret from you. Yeah, it's getting hard because we can't really keep that many secrets from each other anymore at the stage of production we're at. Like,
well, because with season 2, like, I don't think this is a spoiler. In season 2, episode 1, we went right back to the co-DM'd format.
From episode 1. Like, episode 1 of the...
Yeah. And we are keeping up the same format that we had in episode 1 for the rest of the series.
So the session notes and the outlines for the different episodes are getting a lot more... collaborative and I mean, I don't want to say more rigid, because again, like, we are still playing Dungeons and Dragons, like the dice are still deciding everything, but as far as like unpacking plot points and unpacking things that are going on, it's like we sit down when we plan our sessions and we're like, okay, we need to unpack this and this today. So like it's getting,
which is also why the episodes are getting so
yeah So it's like, you know, at this point now we know everything that is getting unpacked and being revealed.
Yeah, we know all of each other's secrets. We just have to reveal the secrets to all of you.
Yeah, and compensate when the dice fuck up.
Yeah.
Because there's been a couple where we've
And
just
roll
like
with the nat ones.
that's
the
roll with the
challenge.
nat. Yeah, we've had a couple rolls that we have just absolutely beefed that have made us have to run around a little bit.
Just 100% ground beefed them.
Yeah. Well,
just Angus Chuck roasted them.
well, it depends, because what happens so far with my experience of season 2, what happens when one of us beefs a roll is either we add 15 minutes onto the episode, going in a circuitous route to the thing that we had to unpack.
Yeah.
Or Leo gets very heftily injured.
But unfortunately, when we do really, really well at a roll, we also add 10 minutes onto the episode.
And sometimes Leo gets really heavily injured.
Yeah. Thinking about that, not
that made me so mad.
You guys will understand in several weeks.
Yeah. I was so angry. The subtitle for this season really is Leo gets hit by a bus.
Yeah.
He starts getting the shit beat out of
geopolitical machinations. Fee has fun. Leo gets hit by a bus. Well, Fee doesn't always have fun, but
Fee doesn't always have fun, but Fee gets laid. Leo gets hit by a bus.
Fuck! Stop! That hasn't happened yet.
Leo starts getting the shit beaten out of him in like episode 2, and it just doesn't stop. It's like every episode after that, something happens where Leo just gets the shit kicked out of him.
It's not my fault that I can't roll under a 6. It's not my fault. Oh, jeez.
But yeah, we have some good things coming, and like while Leo does spend a lot of the season getting hit by a proverbial bus,
he's been doing better.
He's working on himself. He's addressing a lot of the deep dark things about himself and trying to be better about them.
Leo gets hit by a bus as a metaphor for his character development.
The bus just has therapy taped across the windshield.
It's like one of the, the destination marquees that come up on buses. Like, you're going to this stop.
A bus with the marquee that reads therapy just runs over Leo repeatedly, and that's season 2.
Therapy, flip. Emotional vulnerability, flip. Not splitting on your loved ones.
Flip. Responsibility.
Flip. Ethics.
Yeah.
God.
And it's just a million smash cuts of Leo getting hit by the same bus over and over again.
Like in a cartoon.
Yeah. Like Leo just gets Wile E. Coyote by the entirety of season 2.
The first half of season 2. We haven't recorded the second half.
Yeah, I mean, we don't know if he's gonna.
Started recording.
We don't know if he's gonna keep getting hit by that bus, but you know what? I'm not optimistic. So.
Oh man. And it's very narratively satisfying, Leo getting hit by a bus, but man, it just. Yeah,
I think I made a crack in like one of the final season 1 Q&As where I was like, yeah, Leo's not going to have a good time in season 2, but that's because when you forge a sword that is ready for battle, you got to put it on the anvil and just beat the shit out of it for a little bit.
Yeah.
And season 2 is Leo's time on the anvil.
Yeah. Oh, jeez. Yeah, it's just.
Meanwhile, Fee's over here like, new god, new powers, my city now.
Shit. Well, Fee's taken her share of wallops, but also a lot of her character development is just she needs to learn how to enjoy herself.
Yeah, and she's doing a great job at that so far.
Fee's character development is 2 things: community responsibility and hedonism. That's it.
Aren't you tired of being nice? Don't you just want to go ape shit?
Exactly. Aren't you tired of being nice? Don't you want to go ape shit ethically? Oh, man. I do think she deserves it.
Yeah. Oh, she does.
She can
undoubtedly.
do whatever she wants.
Yeah, after all the shit she's been through, she absolutely deserves it. I think Fee should be allowed to go ape shit. Yeah, whereas with Leo, it's like substantial physical injury, trauma, unpacking that trauma.
Yeah.
Acknowledging that he spent most of his life playing into an abusive system that hurt a lot of people.
Yeah. Which Fee's character arc is also, but Fee's arc is more removing herself from that system.
Yeah, whereas Leo's is like taking responsibility and being like, okay, well, this is my shit to deal with now, so.
Which is.
Yeah.
We're very excited.
Yeah, there is a line in season 2. Leo has a line in season 2 that's, I'm the heir to this mess. That means it's my job to clean it up. Yeah. So, yeah.
It's just, we're very happy that season 2 is about to come out. Oh my god.
Because there's so much we want to talk about.
There's so much. That's the one drawback of pre-recording.
I wouldn't do it any other way.
I wouldn't do it any other way. We're already stressed enough.
Yeah, because we felt, we're already one episode behind from what we were supposed to be, and we're like, wow!
And we're like losing our minds. I had to rearrange my spreadsheets. I have a scheduling spreadsheet. Autism. I don't. You know what I mean? Anyway.
Yeah, and unfortunately, like a lot of, I would say like the meat of the stuff, well, no, because like I'm going to have a lot to say about episode 2. And, well, I'm going to have a lot to say about episode 1 too, now that I think about it.
A lot to say. We have a lot to unpack. I just sat up straight for the first time in the Q&A, and I just realized how much shorter you are not sitting on the regular desk chair.
Well, I'm also hunched over like a gremlin because I have terrible posture. Like if I sit up straight.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just spend most of my time at this computer like this because it's 2 a.m. and I'm trying to crop out Woody whining.
Oh yeah, talk about it. Let's talk about it.
Okay. Disclaimer. My dog is my best friend. He's my little boy. I love him so much. We love him.
Woody so much. Woody's such a good boy.
Woody is so loud, and for what?
Yeah. He just.
Sometimes he just cries for like no reason.
He just cries.
He's not upset. Like there's nothing that he wants. He doesn't need anything.
Nothing is actually wrong.
But he just cries.
He just cries.
We like we said, we got like way behind in our production schedule because Al got sick and I went back to in-person work and we just got like super busy and we fell behind about a week and a half. Yeah. And again, like this was the episode that's an hour and 39 minutes long. So it's our longest episode yet. And there was like a lot of stuff to do. So the editing on it took me.
Well, and people were renovating the apartment across.
Yeah. And so like we lost a lot of recording time because there was like jackhammers in the apartment across from us.
And it would not have been croppable. It would not have come out with our noise reduction unless you wanted us to sound like this.
Unless you wanted us to sound like we sounded in The Beacon Part 1.
Yeah.
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 Because The Beacon Part 1, I think, is our most, like, shitty audio, and that's because it was recorded in, like, August.
The dead of August, yeah.
And we had the air conditioner running, and we tried to run...
It was, like, 96 degrees out.
Yeah, and we were trying to run the air conditioner through the noise reduction, and we just sounded like robots.
Yeah.
But, yeah, so we lost a lot of recording time, and then...
we wouldn't have wanted that to happen with this episode. The fact that happened with The Beacon Part 1 is already...
Is really sad.
Regret.
Yeah, because that's like one of the most important episodes in season 1, and the audio sounds like absolute
Yeah.
dog shit.
Said that we're really proud of our role play. Oh, excuse me. That we're really proud of our role playing in, but like,
yeah, audio sounds like dog shit, and there's nothing we can do to change it now.
Yep.
That's why we have transcripts. But
but
we're trying to get our recording schedule now that we're coming back into summer, so that it's like we have butts in seats at 8 a.m. We try to get it wrapped up by like 10 or 11,
so we don't have to run the
so we don't have to run the AC. Yeah. But yeah, Woody.
Yes.
Like I said, we got way behind on production, and the recording took forever. The editing took forever.
Mm-hmm.
I stayed up until like 2 a.m. last night trying to finish the edit, and I still couldn't. I still had to finish it this morning.
Yeah.
But I got to a monologue that I had to retake during recording like 3 times.
Yeah.
And it's like one of the most important lore drops for one of the central NPCs of season 2. And smack in the middle of it, Woody whined. Like he just cried. Well, because I was sitting here, because Al was over on the couch, and then my wife was like over at the table last night, and I took my headphones off, and I was like, Woody, what? And he hadn't done anything.
Yeah.
Because I thought I heard him crying through the headphones, and I was like, what do you want, dude? And they were like, he didn't do anything. And I was like, what do you mean he didn't do anything? I just heard him cry. Oh, fuck. And then I put the headphones back on, and it
ended up sounding good.
It ended up sounding okay. I got it, I ran it through a couple more filters and got it mostly gone. But I'm not going to give you the timestamps because I don't want to admit to my failure as an editor. Yeah. But there is a little Woody Easter egg in season 2, episode 8.
There's just a hint of Woody.
Which, to be fair, is a good emotional mood for that monologue. Because I also go, when I listen to it. But
felt it. But we just didn't notice him crying while we were recording because he's been out in the living room with us while we were recording because Chelsea's work schedule has been as such that she hasn't been able to keep him in the other room.
Yeah, and I mean, he naps a lot. Most of the time it's not that.
Usually it's fine.
Yeah.
The 2 issues we've had are Woody jumps off the couch and makes a loud noise because his nails hit the floor because we have hardwood floors. Hardwood, whatever.
Or Woody cries.
Or Woody cries about nothing. And we usually catch it, but just...
And I was just like, I'm not fucking retaking that monologue again, man. I'm just gonna fix it.
We were so wrapped up at just this one time. We were so wrapped up in the line that we just didn't notice.
That, and at that point, I was like fully feral hunched over the keyboard. I was like, I'm not doing this. I'm finishing this edit. I don't care. The dog crying is staying in.
So good news for fans of Woody.
If you listen real hard,
you
can hear him in episode 8 of season 2.
There's a secret cameo.
Yeah. It's fine. You get to hear Barry crying in episode 2. It's only right that Woody gets a cameo, I guess.
It's only right that we get to hear Woody cry.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I was devastated. I was like, you've got to be kidding me.
It was very funny.
Yeah.
I have nothing but sympathy, but it was very funny.
I know. I have sympathy for myself with fucking editing that episode. That was traumatizing. It was very long.
It was a monster of an episode. The fact that it is cut down to under an hour 45, because we were very worried that it was going to be an hour 45.
Yeah, well, I was worried it was going to be 2 hours. But
then you got it cut down to a point where we were very aware that it wasn't going to be that. But
yeah,
I think, what was it you said? You got most of the way through it, but then the 2 scenes at the end were
50. No, they were 50 minutes long.
50 minutes of raw audio, yeah.
And I was like, because I was doing it because it was a combat episode, and typically
combat episodes trim.
They trim pretty heavily, but because we
don't want to fall into the pitfall of other actual play shows where combat is so long.
So I'm gonna spend 5 minutes rolling dice and doing math, and you guys are just gonna have to wait on that. We trim all of that out.
Yeah.
But also, we were telling ourselves, the combat's going to trim, it's going to be fine. We had a long raw audio, but it'll be okay. But this particular combat was so plot specific, and there was so much plot stuff going on during the
didn't trim
combat
as much
audio.
as it
It
does.
did not trim as much as we thought that it was going to. And like we were
afraid.
we were really afraid because like by the time that I had finished polishing up that combat, we were already like either over an hour or really close to an hour. And I was like, oh my God, you know, like we have so much. Yeah.
What did we do?
Yeah.
What did we do?
Yeah. Well, and then after that, we had a pretty long Leo scene that we just like didn't feel comfortable getting rid of because it had a lot of important stuff in it.
Yeah.
Because we were literally sitting here talking about like, okay, what's on the cutting board right now? Because we were like,
what can we possibly cut?
Yeah, we were like, we cannot have a 2-hour episode. Like probably the campaign finale might be 2 hours, but but like for this, we were like, no, this is like right in the middle of a season. Like we can't have a 2-hour episode. Yeah. Like what can we possibly cut? And we were really stressing over it because we were sitting here looking at everything that we had covered.
And there just wasn't anything.
We were just like, there's nothing we can cut. The further we get into season 2, the more we're like, okay, there is nothing in this episode that is not essential. Yeah, but, well, because like there were times in season 1.
Yeah.
You know, number one, back when I was still like, well, me learning how to edit is a journey that I am undergoing now. You know, still currently, like I'm still learning things. Yeah. I'm still, you know, learning how to get the feel for like what can stay and what can go. But I was way less experienced in season 1 when we were still kind of floundering around. And like, you know, there were times in season 1 where we would cut whole scenes.
Yeah.
You know, it was just like, oh yeah, we need this to be under an hour. This whole scene can go.
Yeah. Like it's cool, but it doesn't need to be in there.
We can't do that in season 2.
Everything that is not plot relevant is character building in a way that is important.
Yeah.
Like the one thing we could have cut was a lore dump on a more minor NPC, not minor NPC, but a less central NPC. And we didn't want to cut that because it was good.
Well, it wasn't the lore dump. It was the scene that NPC. Remember when we talked last week about how we have an NPC in season 2 that just steals every fucking scene that he's in?
But that was short though.
Yeah. But yeah, that
steals it.
Yeah, that NPC had an interaction with Fee that like when we were sitting there kind of stressing over it, like, oh my God, this is so long. Like, what are we gonna cut? And I was like, that's the only thing we can cut.
Yeah.
And Al was just like, we can't do that. Oh, cat.
And also it was so short, it wouldn't have made that much of a difference, but it was like the only cuttable thing.
Yeah. And
we were like,
so yeah, hour 39.
We're over half hour on this one.
Yeah, hour 39 was the shortest it would be. Could have possibly been. I did my best.
Our sympathies when you all get to,
get
to the episode. It's a good episode. It's worth the hour 39, but it is an hour 39.
It's a beast. It's a beast of an episode.
It's massive.
So okay, we're gonna peace out. We're gonna go finish recording episode 9 right now, and. Yeah, season 2 on Friday, everybody. Thursday, if you're a patron.
We will be back not this time, 3:00 PST next Monday
for a full Q&A.
Full Q&A about the season premiere.
And remember, even if you're not a patron, you can still send us questions. You can send it through email, through DMs on Twitter.
Well, not for the full Q&As. If you pre-send questions, you want to send those through Patreon, but like, you can send questions for us, or you can show up in the live chat and give us questions to handle on stream. And if we don't cover something that you had a question about in an episode or in a post-episode Q&A, you can just send it to us through like email and through like YouTube comments and everything.
Yeah, and we'll address it. Yeah, we're just trying to give patrons precedence, because we want them to get their money's worth. But this is a good time to plug our Patreon. For just $2 a month, you can get early access to all episodes. So that means you're going to get access to new episodes 24 hours before everybody else does.
So patron premiere day and time is 9 a.m. PST on Thursdays.
Yeah. So you get that early access. You get precedence for your questions. You know, you can send the questions in and we'll be addressing them in the Q&As. And then at $3 a month, you get access to patron exclusive Spotify playlists that we do on the official Spotify.
Like Zed Stonebloom, but it's all increasingly worrying Fall Out Boy songs.
Or Zed Stonebloom, but it's all songs you'd hear in a leather bar in West Hollywood. Or songs for Laeral Valsine to shake his non-existent ass to in a nightclub in Bog Volder. The Patreon playlists are good.
Patreon playlists are fun.
Yeah.
And also the official playlists for Moreland and Elisha.
Yeah, which I think will probably be dropping for the public in season 3.
Yeah.
But you'll get early access to those. And then at $5 a month, you get access to all of our bonus episodes, which we've produced 2 so far.
We have, we're recording another one that will be coming out, I believe, around season 2, episode 12, I think we've agreed on.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. And then we have a game night episode coming out this coming winter. And we have a few lined up for season 3 and the post-season 3 hiatus.
Because we're taking a longer hiatus between campaign 1 and campaign 2. So we could get our shit together and so I can learn how to play Monster of the Week.
Yeah. And we're also going to be recording bonus episodes for campaign 2 during that hiatus. So you can learn to play Monster of the Week.
Yeah. And then at $5 a month on the Patreon,
in addition to the bonus episodes,
you also get a handwritten, wax sealed, usually scented letter from a preferred character of your choice every month.
Or the character of the month, which we roll.
Or the character of the month. Yeah, we have a table that we roll a d20 on to figure out who that is. Last month was Fen.
Yeah.
Haven't figured out who this month is going to be yet, but we need to do that soon. Now that I'm looking at what day it is. So we do a character of the month, or if you have a specific request, you could send it. And we put a lot of work into those. They're in like parchment envelopes, and we have like fancy little wax seals and everything. It's very fun.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
Every character has a different scent.
Yeah. I literally have, you could see my box of perfumes and colognes sitting on the table back there.
Next to the cat.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, we are so excited to share season 2 with you guys. We're so ready to go.
We're so excited and we're so sorry.
I'm not sorry.
I'm sorry about a couple things.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry about a couple things. You guys do get to hear me cry on mic for the first time in 2 weeks, so that'll be fun.
We can have.
Oh yeah, we can have. Okay. So peace out, everybody. Brace yourselves. This Friday is going to be a fun one.
See you in a week.
Bye.
Bye.